Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now third down, it's looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Purdy off the play fake.
He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, and now some space to operate. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get it...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland.
yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson looks to throw again. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Here's Watson now on second down.
Open man, that's Tillman.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But really not much secret there. Third and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
you certainly are, because third and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive.
There he goes, left side.
Off to the races, Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Alert!
Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks on this type of ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the air. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
He's brought down by William Jackson.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 21 yards away. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
That's caught out right by Jennings. Touchdown!
Juwan Jennings.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point try now for Moody.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Niners 28, Browns 7. Mitch Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson now to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. Inside the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
It's up and good, and they're in control now. 35-7.
Niners 35, Browns 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for. And now Watson throws a.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open, Amari Cooper.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's first and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's good for a Browns first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
24.
Watson off play action.
Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And the Browns are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Quick throw completed by Watson.
Touchdown, Browns!
Cedric Tillman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns get a bit closer.
So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go play action here. Purdy able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Purdy.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try now for Moody.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Niners 42, Browns 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw is Watson. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
24! 24!
On 1st down, it's Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Browns 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the ground, it's Ford.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10.
59.
Throwing again is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Steps away to his left. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
31.
From the red zone now, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
26. 55. 55. 54.
Watson looks to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
54. 54.
Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown!
Elijah Moore.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Browns 21.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Purdy off the play fake.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the 49er first down.
Play action. Now Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown! George Kittle from 17 yards out.
And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Browns 21. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
David Njoku, 83 yards. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 246 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On second down, McCaffrey. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
Touchdown 49ers! Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Niners 56, Browns 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert!
Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Faking the give. Now Watson.
down he goes. The 49ers get there. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defender.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
The extra point try now for Moody.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 70, Browns 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The C's parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him, and that's one he'll think about for the next month.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson, off play action. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
26.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
No reason. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
24.
To the air yet again, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hey, 59.
From the gun on third, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That's to his running back, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can.
Hey, 24.
One last throw here for Watson. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And as this defense walks off the field, they